Yeah! After credits, bitches!
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube from a gang called Niggas with Attitude. When I'm called off, I got him sawed off, squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you fuck with me, the police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. Show the punk motherfucker who showed up. Niggas fuck him up. They wanna rumble, mix him and put him in a pot like gumbo.
We went to go see a super early screening of this movie, Logan Lucky, which is supposed to come out next October, and we were gonna see a post-production screening of it, but we were too late for that, so instead we watched Incarnate, and it was like watching Van Helsing or Constantine or Underworld or Resident Evil or any of those over-the-top, crazy, dark, leather-bound fucking Aaron Eckhart as a badass 2004 movies. Incarnate is about Aaron Eckhart, who is a hard-drinking, paraplegic, long-haired, scraggly beard, exorcist, not exorcist.
He kind of reminded me of Lieutenant Dan, except with legs that just don't work.
He goes into the mind of whoever is possessed and using his scientific mumbo-jumbo pulls them out that way. So this whole movie is about him dealing with this case of an 11-year-old boy who's played by the kid who plays Bruce Wayne in Gotham. The kid is possessed and Aaron Eckhart has to go in and save him, and in doing so he ends up triggering some terrible memories and facing off against literal demons from his past. A whole lot of crazy shit ensues, and this movie is directed by Brad Peyton, who did San Andreas, another super...
You're right.
This director is the kind of guy that just makes guilty pleasure movies, but I don't believe in those. I just believe in movies that are awesome for stupid fucking reasons. And this movie is awesome for stupid fucking reasons.
I hated this movie.
You hated
Did
this
you, like,
movie?
legitimately hate
I
it?
legitimately was so upset watching this
Why?
movie. I was so goddamn bored.
Really?
And yeah, and this movie
Wow.
just like, we'll get into it, but there are things about this movie that pissed me off.
I agree with you. I got bored some part of the movie whenever we have those nice luxurious seats at the Cinemark, and I was spamming the up and down button on my seat, so I would do.
What'd you think, Brittany?
That movie hurt me.
In a good or bad way?
Both.
I think I'm still processing what the hell I just saw.
B-O-F-F.
I enjoyed it. God, I loved that movie, but it hurt.
And if you want to find out why Brittany is hurting, spoiler alert,
Oh man.
we're going into spoiler section talking about the entire movie. So if you only want to know our final thoughts and scores out of 6 stars, just scroll to the said time code here. Otherwise, you have been warned. Can we just revel in the glory that Aaron Eckhart can do anything? Aaron Eckhart is one of the coolest fucking character actors out there because he does not give a fuck.
He was in Sully this year. He was good in that. He was amazing in London Has Fallen.
He was amazinger in I, Frankenstein.
He was
Kill yourself.
okay in Battle Los Angeles. He's
I like that movie.
the best in Dark Knight. He's great in Thank You for Smoking.
Yes.
Aaron Eckhart is a guy that can literally do anything,
Including
and it doesn't.
shitty movies.
And it doesn't matter if he's in a shitty movie, because like Shia LaBeouf, he puts his all into it. He knows exactly what kind of movie he's in, and he delivers the perfect performance for the movie he's in. And for this one, which is such a post-Matrix action movie, it was an awesome throwback.
Oh, and the kid who played Bruce Wayne in Gotham also was the autistic kid in Darkness.
You're right.
I was thinking about that and I had to look it up. Yeah, there he is right there.
What's his name?
David
Mazouz?
Mazouz.
David Mazouz.
We know we're saying that wrong.
I like when this movie started, it showed him and his mom walking alone in a dark alley next to
my
seedy
God.
people. And I thought, oh no, Bruce Wayne. Oh no, Bruce Wayne.
I was so bored by this movie. I was just like waiting for this movie to end.
How are you bored when there's so much Aaron Eckhart to enjoy?
I mean, he was entertaining to watch because he's like, he totally recognizes that this is a shitty movie and that he's giving this like ridiculous over the top performance, and he's good.
Was it that shitty though? Out of years that have been constant horror movies that have been shit, there are a few every year that are pretty good. This definitely doesn't hit that top tier.
Yeah,
But
like,
I feel like it's a good middle ground. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great.
See, I wouldn't put it up there. Like, there's been some pretty good horror movies this year. Green Room was great. I liked Lights Out. I liked 10 Cloverfield Lane. And this, thank you. And this wasn't like down to like the super shitty level of like, I don't know, like Blair Witch. But like, it was just so like, it's like I've seen everything in this movie before. And even though the concept was different, the execution, it just felt like the same movie. You know?
It really did.
Yeah.
Same movie to what?
To any other like exorcism movie.
Really?
No. I
What?
found the way he handled exorcism, because you're right, the concept is new, that there's no religious element in this, and all he's describing is that this is based in science. But I thought that when he was in the dream, the stuff that he was doing to take control, like
See,
if
that's
he
like-
wants somebody to leave the dream, he brings an artifact that they have.
Oh, like
so
Inception?
it can
This movie is such a rip-off of Inception.
I've never seen this.
You've never... Okay.
I've told you.
What?
I've told you this. I've never
What?
seen Inception.
Okay. Maybe this is why you love the movie and I hated it. This movie is a complete rip-off of Inception in like so many ways.
If we're talking the same thing, then Inception in a way rips off Nightmare on Elm Street. What's your fucking point?
No, I'm not gonna spoil this for you because I know you haven't seen Inception and
It wasn't that good.
It was good. I like.
Inception? I didn't like Inception.
Story beats, character beats, certain elements of this movie. It is literally Inception.
This world isn't real. I'm here to show you that.
I mean, that's not an original idea to begin with. Inception doesn't own that idea. They took their own
I
element
know. I'm
and
just
added
saying
it
that,
to
like,
an
okay, like the
already
idea
created
of like, you know, like the top is in Inception. You know?
Yeah.
And like that's the same, and the thing with his
Well, that
wife.
makes sense. It's not like they had this original idea. Like,
I know, but like
something to
in the
think of.
execution, it felt like the way they were explaining it. They explained it like the exact same way. I have to call bullshit where I see bullshit, and this was like a bullshit ripoff.
I can't argue that
Yeah.
because I've never seen Inception.
They do the time thing like they do in Inception with the watches. It's the same movie. God damn it! Now I'm mad.
Tell us
see-
where this movie touched you.
See, here's the thing. All the stuff that you're mentioning, all the things you're mentioning need to be in that movie
Check it.
in order to make sense.
Ow.
Because he's got 8 minutes to save this kid. Anybody would be like, wait a second, he's been in this scene longer than 8 minutes, what the fuck? And they cover their tracks by saying, oh, sometimes you hit this time glitch where time stops.
I mean, it's
So
kind
for
of common
him-
sense that time doesn't exist in the dream world. Like,
Yeah.
you can have
Yeah.
a 10-minute dream.
I get
lasts
that.
6 years
Especially if
and-
Aaron Eckhart explains it like this entity with ions and atoms, extra dimensional stuff, that vocabulary fits in the same universe.
I thought the
I was fine with
exposition was
that.
like kind of heavy-handed though. It's just
Oh, it
kind
was
of like
totally heavy-handed,
Yeah.
but that's part of the charm.
they were just approaching this from different like ways. Like the stuff you think is charming.
You're
I
like
just
Roger Ebert reviewing Friday the 13th Part 3 completely seriously. You're like, oh my god, this movie is all about teens just getting massacred left and right.
See,
You don't say.
I didn't think this movie was all that fun. It was kind of boring. Like the dream scenes were cool, but that only happens like 3 times in the movie.
But then after that,
But in between, it's just Aaron Eckhart like sitting there like moping, like with his long
They're
like
developing the story and ripping our heart out in the process.
and ripping off Inception in the progress.
If you watch it side by side, by the time Incarnate is over,
Yeah, Inception's like halfway. over.
yeah, Inception's halfway over.
So they did what Inception should have done in half the time, is what you're saying.
this
but it's-
movie is efficient.
Efficient.
Brittany Eckel on the DVD cover.
Did it feel longer than an hour and a half to you? It felt
It really
Time
did.
glitches, bitch!
See, that's gonna fuck with my head.
This movie started at 7:35. There were a good amount of trailers.
There were.
So let's just say 7:55 is when the movie started. We got the credits rolled at 9:10.
IMDb.
That was a short fucking movie.
IMDb is listing
They
this
did all
as
they
1
needed to
hour
do.
31 minutes.
31? Is that
Yeah.
including the credits?
Yeah.
I want to go back to the very beginning of this movie. You see the credits pop up, and then sail, boom, da, 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 da. And then you see Aaron Eckhart like moving in slow mo to the beat of Sail, and it is the coolest entrance ever.
I really like how they introduced everything in this movie too. They kind of had us all confused in the beginning, and we were like, what's going on? And they kind of let us put it together.
Yeah, the beginning is Aaron Eckhart moving through this strip club.
With no context.
Absolutely no context. I thought we were in John Wick 2. I'm like, did February get here that soon?
Aaron Eckhart needs like a John Wick style action.
Yes!
When it's just him just murdering people.
Fuck yeah!
I guess that's the line for the movie we were supposed to see.
Right? Yeah, the line for the movie we were supposed to see was really fucking packed. And full of people who were complaining because they've never been at a
Oh my
screen
god,
before.
right? The girl in the orange jacket in front of us, she was like, has anybody done this before?
Oh my god, it's just anal. It's not that hard.
Shouldn't it be though?
There's this, what looks like this really rich dude around a gaggle of stereotypical white bitches. And Aaron Eckhart just comes up to him and goes, hey, cut the shit. This shit isn't real. He's like, what? Who the fuck are you? And then Aaron Eckhart throws him the lighter that the guy's brother owned, and he goes, how did you get this? None of this is real. And then, of course, the blonde bitch next to him starts going all pupil-eyed, just like, hi, baby, what's wrong? He goes, ah, fuck!
And he calls up security, and one of the security guards is fucking WWE's own Mark Henry.
Really?
Yeah, the big black dude.
I heard you say something I didn't know.
Oh, that's Mark Henry.
This movie, it was just like so self-serious and like
No! You're telling me that the scene where Aaron Eckhart rolls into a bar, grabs the guy's drink, chugs it, and the guy's like, what the fuck? He goes, I'm in a wheelchair. That shit was hilarious.
So there's like elements of that, but then like they try to get into like this emotional stuff with like his kids.
Well,
and
yeah,
stuff.
it's called balance.
If you're gonna make fun of a 2004 action movie, you gotta at least act like a 2004 action movie.
This is a horror. It's not even action.
It
It's like
feels a
horror,
lot
right.
like Resident Evil and Underworld and
Uh,
all those over the top. They are action movies because this movie isn't scary.
Well, like the first few scenes were scary, but after that I completely forgot that
American
I was
Jeep.
supposed to be on edge.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
That guy's proud to be an American.
I can
American
see the
Jeep.
Trump 2020 sticker from here.
You hear that Joe Biden is apparently rumored to run against Trump in 2020?
Meme versus meme.
RBA is obviously running, and
Oh, God. Is he gonna run the independent or
well, he
Green
changed his
Party?
endorsement.
Create
He
his own
said
party.
he
He's gonna run under the God Party.
and The Rock said he might be running.
If The Rock runs, I will vote for
Yeah.
The
I will
Rock
vote
as
for The
president.
I will
Rock.
vote for The Rock.
I will go into a call center. Hello, can you smell it? What, a gas leak? Can you smell what The Rock is cooking on healthcare, the economy, and environmental issues? And his VP is John C.
You know how many people would vote for that just for the laugh factor?
Yeah.
I would vote for that seriously. If you scroll to the time code, welcome back.
Oh my God. We didn't talk about shit. We talked a lot about stuff that really isn't relevant with this movie.
Because you don't need to. If you watch the trailer and you have any sense of humor at all, I'm not looking at Liam, you're gonna have a fun time with this. I think it's a stupid fucking blast, and Aaron Eckhart cements himself as the actor that can take these stupid roles, play them just how they need to be, and make a really fun movie.
Yeah.
Turn your brain off, grab a bunch of friends, get drunk, and have fun. I'm gonna give this a 4.5.
Okay.
I'm digging it.
That's ridiculous.
All right, since you had something to say, Liam, let's go to you next.
Okay. I felt like this movie was a complete rip-off of Inception. I thought it was really boring. And, I mean, Aaron Eckhart's great, but that's really the only thing the movie has going for it. I'll give it 2.5. Obviously, like, I'm in the minority here, but I thought this movie was very, very bad.
Brett?
I absolutely love this movie. I was happy. It had me on the edge of my seat basically the entire time. It messed with my head, it hurt me, it made me feel...
How did it hurt you?
He was so desperate to get his revenge on the demon.
Oh, so you were invested a
Yeah, I
lot
was
in
invested
his
a lot
personal
in,
story.
Exactly, yeah, and I think they really incorporated that with the horror and action themes really well.
Which we did not cover in the spoiler section.
Watch it, bitches!
Yeah, find out for yourself. I'd give it a 5.
Hey!
5.
I was gonna
damn.
give it
I
a...
wasn't invested in this film after I saw the trailer for it. I thought, hey, it's a cool premise, but you know, it's like it's gonna be done pretty shitely. It kept me a little invested while watching it. The whole personal beef with the that demon he was hunting, that kind of kept me involved. I liked Aaron Eckhart in this film. He reminded me of like a Vietnam vet in a 90s movie that just didn't give a shit. He's like, fuck you. For Aaron Eckhart, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm going 5. Screw it! Retroactively changing it. I'm going 5.
We get so many of these exorcism movies every year. I could probably name 20. And they're all the same thing. So this is a really original idea based off of an unoriginal concept. So they kind of redid that.
HK verdict of 4.13 out of 6. So, yeah, this is a fun flick. I don't recommend paying full price for it just because it's not that kind of movie.
Take a date to see this movie.
Maybe she'll be emotionally scarred like I am and you'll get lucky. She'll be vulnerable.
Oh, okay.
Don't take that advice.
If you like this shit, there's a like button below. There's a subscribe button to be the first to find out when new videos are up. We've got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. We've got Liam's blog at liammgahan.wordpress.com. Our friend Noah has an Instagram, Geekasaur98. He reviews movies. Office Christmas Party comes out this weekend, which I'm actually kind of down for. The more I watch that trailer,
I think that looks really fun.
the more
That
I
is really
like
funny.
stuff like Why Him, I'm kind of hyped. We might go see Miss Sloane, comes out this weekend, Jessica Chastain. And
Next week we got Lion, we got La La Land, and most importantly, we got Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Darth Vader's murdering people.
fuck yeah. Until that time, y'all take care, have a good night. We're gonna go get some food, and we love you all. See you later.